Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Cold Waters, episode number 11. This series has just gone on and on. I really wanted it to kind of end around 12, 13, because I have a feeling I'll be playing Sea Power pretty soon. That's really what this is all about. I'm waiting for that. Anyway, I reloaded back into our game, and our goal is to stop a merchant shipment to Chantal, but when I loaded the game, this appeared, and that, I just haven't seen escorts or, patrol units way out there. So my suspicion at this point is that that is our target. So let's go for them. Unfortunately, we don't know where they are. Okay, I guess I got them. You know, maybe. Hopefully.
On submarine ship for ultra quiet.
We'll see. That would be great, actually, if we did stumble upon them.
Con sonar new contact bearing 192. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 120. Designated Sierra 3.
Okay.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant. Con sonar new contact bearing 094. Designated Sierra 4.
I believe this is one where we're going to have to go up to the surface
sonar new
and...
contact bearing 021. Designated Sierra 5. Con sonar
Verify.
Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
we have one submarine here.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Interesting. Okay, we still have a Sierra 6 to identify. Oh, maybe one surface contact? Two?
Con sonar.
That's fascinating.
Is classified as submerged submarine.
If we haven't gotten these wrong, but we can verify. That one looks good. Oh, we don't have this one yet. I suspect it's a merchant. Maybe not. Nope, yep.
Con sonar Sierra 4.
Okay, so... guess we really want to track this thing. That's the one we need to get rid of. There is infinite. Yes, looks like infinite under the keel. We're in a good position here. Nothing is obstructed by... our tow rate is unobstructed. I may go up a little bit, though.
Make depth 500 feet, dive by.
So if I understand this correctly, the way I have it now is... again, I haven't released video 7 yet, so this is just a theory and nobody has verified this, but I suspect, strongly suspect, it makes sense, that this is about the density gradient, that a moderate duct means that the density gradient is moderate, and a weak layer means the density layer going upward, or down from the middle of the layer, is pretty weak, which means that sound is going to bounce off a strong gradient, a quick change in the index of refraction. So that would mean that this noise will go to the top, but noise will bounce off from the top. It will not go to the bottom. It'll bounce off the top and stay in the top. That's just my my expectation of how it works. But since these are moderate and very weak, they're both kind of not that great anyway, so not a big deal. Anyway, I do hope we close in at 75. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. So quiet, it's too quiet. And we're in their blind spot, so what we'll do is just accept that the Romeo is about to go crazy on us. Oh, and just like that, we're no longer in their blind spot. That's too bad.
Come left 2, 0. 058. Helm
So we're gonna have to
right.
do this kind of quickly, though. I think that what I plan to do is just go flank speed straight and dive down and hope that these things hit their targets. But we need to know a little bit more about the Kilo before we do anything. Obviously, the Romeo is kind of already... we already know where they are, more or less. And the Kilo, this is the improved Kilo. It does have some pretty dangerous torpedoes. Sensor range has been increased to 2,000 yards, so this one's going to pick us up quickly if we aren't careful. Now we can still watch and make sure, and verify that if at some point we go back in her baffles, and that will be the launch point. We probably should wiggle around a little bit.
Come right to
Just to
7. Helm I.
give ourselves a little bit.
Come
Maybe like
left
this.
to 0.
So we got this merchant.
Helm I.
Let's go check that one out. It is Japanese and not carrying cargo. Kind of funny that we can know this from underneath the water. But this is just the way the game works, I guess. When you have a completely positive identification, whatever that means, it does give you the ability to see the ship.
Helm. Steady course.
So this one is also not carrying any military goods that I can see. Also not flying it's flying a Japanese flag, not a Chinese one. Let's go back to the Romeo. Oh, there is also that, which I didn't know and didn't want to know about. Luckily, it's only the air. There's no helicopters. That's actually, in some ways not preferable, but definitely in some ways preferable.
550 feet, dive by.
So we can eliminate the S2 and S3.
0 feet, dive by.
S1 and S4 are both candidates, though. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck no. We're going to have to do some fancy stuff with the Romeo, but we can't miss this opportunity.
Cons, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Please don't lose the wire on this one.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
And we're not changing direction or doing anything like that, so I hope that this is just an easy hit from here. It's dead quiet, though. Why is this Romeo not doing something? Does she really not know where we are?
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 5.
Well, I want to guide this one in. Desperately want to guide it in because, yeah, we really don't want... yeah, we don't want to lose the wire on the Romeo since that will mean a dead merchant. So let's just try to do this as quickly as possible, which means I'm going to go active.
Con, torpedo room, 2-1
Go up
ready.
to her level. Let's try to decrease our depth a little bit. Try to get ahead of it.
700 feet.
And I'm going to turn just 10 on the rudder, so it's a pretty slight turn. Hopefully not enough to break the whatever. And this is going to go active pretty soon. Don't know why we lost that wire. Everything looked pretty good condition-wise for keeping it. But this is what happens sometimes. I wouldn't mind coming from the nose, so let's guide it a little bit more like that. Slowly turn in, which should buy us some time. And again, if they end up sinking their own merchant, which is possible. Yeah. What do you think? You think that looks like military supplies? So Sierra 1 is our merchant, which means, honestly, we could do some fun stuff with their incoming torpedo. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that we'll accidentally take out number 2, which is just Chinese and not holding any equipment, I guess. Anyway, let's go back to this thing.
Weapon
Acquired. Okay, very good. We should see a noisemaker soon.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 20.
And we'll just drive right through that.
Dive at 700 feet. Dive by.
Let's go down a little bit more.
Make depth 800 feet. Dive by.
Well, it claims it's actually already targeted.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 007.
That's the other one. Yeah, I mean this could be good.
Noisemaker bearing 203.
Nope, don't do it. Which way is she going? It's the important thing. She's going this to the left, so we'll go this way.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Make depth 900 feet.
Got her.
Dive by.
Okay, that was the important one. Kilo's in
Con
a
sonar,
bad,
noisemaker
whoop.
bearing 003.
not just bad shape, in really, really bad shape. I always find her very fascinating, her, like, tail design. Must have had a reason, but it doesn't make sense to me. Alright, anyway, we can go down as quickly as we'd like. We're gonna sink this merchant anyway. Could we do it with the torpedo inbound? I mean, it's a little bit risky to try. But not, you know, okay, we'll see what happens. If it pursues us, then yes, we'll go ahead and do it. We'll bring it back up. But if it doesn't, then we'll let well enough alone.
100 feet.
Nope, did not acquire. Alright, and if that's the case, then I'm sorry, Merchant 1. You are the weakest link. We have a lot of harpoons left and almost none of the other stuff left, but those do take longer to load, so let's just use the ad cap. You know what? No. Let's use the other one.
Make depth 5 feet. Dive by.
Go on up. Wait a second. What am I doing? There is an aircraft in the area. So, we're going to use the torpedo after all.
Weapon 100 feet. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
And let's get this torpedo out there.
Shoot 26. Aye, sir.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't know if this will sink it. And if it doesn't, can we just leave it in disrepair so that people can go and board it? No, better not to leave any evidence. Gonna have it blow up right under their keel. Oh, that was supposed to be right under their keel.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 064. Contact break.
Excellent.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I think we'll just call this mission a close. I really do think that that's good enough. Well, the other suspicious thing, though, is that the two merchants, the 1 and 4, they were moving together. I mean, they're basically in formation. That's very suspicious to me. But unfortunately, I don't think that that suspicion alone is enough to convict. And they very well could have been information, and this one just doesn't have any, you know, good. So we'll just, I mean, look I have evaluated this. I have to say I can stand by my judgment here. There's no apparent military aspect of this whatsoever. And while I don't know, I'm not really sure nowadays what's the policy on attacking civilian shipping. If it's a Chinese, I mean, because Chinese, they don't, it's all nationalized anyway, right? So this is technically, should be completely fine as a military target, considering there's no such thing as like it's not like a private, it's not like this is Walmart running this or something. It's not a U.S. It's like the U.S. government's. It's like the U.S. Postal Service running this. Is that like an okay target of opportunity? Well. I mean, for me personally, I probably wouldn't do anything. I'm not huge on. Video games is one thing, but real life, that's a whole different ball game. So we'll just leave combat. It looks like we did okay. Congratulations on a job well done. Losing those supplies will hurt the enemy big time. Stand by for new orders. Good. Hopefully it's resupply. Legion of Merit Medal. Wow. 4. Exceptional and consistently outstanding service as commanding officer throughout numerous patrols during a time of war. His leadership and tactical skills ensured success in his numerous duties and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Naval Service. Well, that was a surprise, but it's a pleasant one. I'm very happy to accept the award, the medal. Spokesman for the U.S. Naval Operations today revealed that an enemy resupply had been successfully repelled by a naval blockade of Shantou, China. The fighting was intense with numerous vessels sunk. The success of recent U.S. naval operations continues to have a significant and lasting impact on the ground war. Initial suggestions that the role of the Navy in this conflict would be limited at best have been proven wrong. The intelligence the Russians are increasing their support by sending submarines to reinforce the Chinese. Intel believes the squadron of nuclear attack submarines, most likely including Victor and Akula class submarines, will attempt to transit the Sea of Japan and deploy to the Paracel Islands in order to disrupt friendly operations. Oh my god. Your orders are to intercept this group and sink those subs before they have a chance to complete their orders. I really wish we had used a harpoon now. I mean, if there's not more than 4 of them, we can do it. And we will do it. I guess we will do it with... We could use their own torpedoes against them if we're like really, really good, but I don't think we can pull that off. That would be very difficult. Anyway, review it one more time. Where are they coming from? Where are they going to? Okay, they'll attempt to transit the Sea of Japan and deploy to the Paracel Islands in order to disrupt friendly... Okay, so Sea of Japan to the Paracel Islands. Right. Let's go up this way. I don't really want to attack them here. That can't be them, can it? Well, we know where they're going, so at least maybe that's them there. Ah, there they are. Okay, that's them. We're going to meet them at their destination because we don't have a choice. And we're safer over here anyway. Ah! Oh no. Surface contacts I guess I can handle.
Sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet. Make depth 350.
Hopefully this is surface. Please be surface. Oh, thank God.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Looks like we got our two.
Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Make depth 350 feet. Make depth 200 feet. Dive I.
Come right to 196. Helm I.
Alright, let's see how this works. Guess these are both pretty good. But I think we'll still prefer to take the loot out first. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna do two. We gotta do pop-up. I'm gonna try 2 on the Luda and 1 on the Jingu. We'll see if that works.
Con. Dive at 200 feet. Dive I.
We need to know how close the Luda is before we do this.
Passing 200 feet.
Come right to 251. Helm I.
Con, torpedo room, tube 7 ready.
God, how close are you?
Come left to 174. Helm I.
How fast are you going? I don't know, of course. Straighten out there. She's closing so quickly. Still have a chance of getting her if we just launch now, but that's if... Like, what's our confidence? Only 47%. Come on, guys. It's funny, we have the Jangu dead to rights, but not this one. She's right at the brink. Well, we know the Jangu. We got that one. We could let the Luda pass. I mean, I don't know how close she is. She's, you know, very close. Could let her pass if she's too close. Please be further away. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, this is barely enough, but it is enough.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir. Shoot tube 7. Aye, sir.
Passing 200 feet.
Make turns for.
Just expect that this is not going to end well.
Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 1. Make con sonar.
First
We
one
are
down.
navigating.
Passing 400 feet.
Second one.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating. Con helm. Steady course.
No!
Passing 600 feet.
Come left to 193. Helm I.
Passing 800 feet. Make depth 900 feet. Dive I.
I guess we could shoot a T-Lam. What are you doing? What in God's name are you doing? I gave you so much runway and you still cocked it up? Oh, brother. Pretty surprised we haven't met a barrage of torpedoes or anything like that. Not that we need to do this, we just gotta make sure we don't use any torpedoes. Maybe we'll do this instead. It's still going. Can I steer you?
Con, dive at 900 feet, dive by.
Well, maybe if they're still shooting at it, they're using up all their ammo. I mean, I'm trying to make some, silver lining out of this. I feel like it's possible for such things to happen, by the way. When you don't give them enough runway, when you just, like, kind of like what we did for the Luda, I wasn't sure that that would work out.
Con, torpedo room, tube 6 ready.
Pretty quiet, too.
Con, torpedo room, tube 7 ready.
Okay, well, we have only one shot at sinking these guys anyway. Alright, here's the plan. What is the plan? That is a good question. What the heck is the plan? The plan is going to be come back up to 200, let's say 150, turn slightly, we'll slow down in just a little. We'll launch a Moss when we get below 20.
Con, helm, steady course.
20 knots, that is.
Shoot tube 8. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra, 1, bearing. Come left to 131, helm high.
And then we're going to launch 2 T-Lambs and a harpoon. I don't know if they'll shoot at the T-Lambs, but you know what? They're not doing me any good there. Well, maybe we'll just lost 1.
Con, helm, steady course.
I imagine she's not too happy at being fired at, but...
Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra, 2, bearing, 3, 5.
We'll see if this works. Did run away a fair amount. And it'll just be minimum range. For the T-Lamp. We'll still try to get the Luda. Luda would be much better to get. Is it? I think so. I mean, from a tonnage perspective, let's say yes. But I cannot use any torpedoes on this guy. Okay, so 100 is our, oops.
Shoot tube 6. Aye, sir. Shoot tube 7. Aye, sir.
Alright, down we go again. Will they even shoot at that? I have no idea.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Con, torpedo room, tube 8 ready.
Passing 300 feet.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1.
Passing 400 feet.
Oh, we got him! We got him! It worked! I was like, what the hell is this? Oh, that's the Moss.
Passing 500.
That's the that's the T-Lamb. Alright, well, this is about as good as we can do. Now we just leave combat. Alright, sunk the Luda, Jongu got away. Wasn't our mission objective anyway. Okay, one of these is, though. Which one? Probably not this one, huh? Review orders. These are Soviets, including a Victor and Akula. Okay, so if it's not a Victor or Akula, we actually need to be very careful about this. We don't have enough torpedoes.
Con, sonar.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I think we should have taken the slower one. I'm an idiot, because I only realized that kind of after...
Con, sonar, new contact bearing. 3,
Anyway.
5, 3, designated Sierra 2.
Oh my gosh. We got the right one.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, we got him.
Sonar, Sierra 1
Thank
is
goodness.
classified as submerged submarine.
This one has a towed array, but you notice their active is just so much better than their towed. I guess it's true in our case too. Well, no, not that much. It's only 10 decibels. Now 10 decibels is still kind of a lot, but we'll focus on that Akula for obvious reasons. She's a beast. Actually, they have the same loadout. I didn't realize that. But look at these. I mean, these things are like 4 times heavier than the destroyers and freighters that we've been sinking. Almost no way that they're not going to hear us. It's just going to come down to, I think, shooting and dodging. Still, why don't we go up to 100 feet? Because we're already there.
Make depth
Get ourselves below, or above the layer. Because they're both below the layer, and there's a strong duct and everything, and it's very quiet. If we hover, I don't know if it'll model this, but if we just hover right above that layer, technically our towed could droop below it, and we'd have really good readings on them still. Nonetheless, they're not going to go active unless they hear something, so we just basically need to make sure that they don't hear enough to prompt them to go active.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
And now that
3,
we're obviously
5,
above the
9,
layer, and I'll
designated
stop.
Sierra 3.
There, we'll drop back down. Okay, that's good enough. Let's see what the third contact is. Probably just a merchant ship. Yep, just a trawler.
Sonar, Sierra 3 is
Let's
classified
keep gathering
as
information on this Akula. It's the biggest threat by far. Go below the layer, my friend. And yeah, let's see how close we need to launch this. The Victor we have now. It's a good way out. 10,000 yards, that's nice to see. The Akula is way too close for comfort. We could really dogleg this too. But let me get that Akula first. She would still hear it though. But I think we'll just end up going, letting the wires break. Ugh, I hate that. Our recent experiences have taught us that that's not a great thing. But we're in a bad shape here. The Victor 3 we could handle. We're in a much better angle for that, but the Akula's just right behind us. Not ideal. Not ideal, not because I care if they're right behind us, but I care about them being right behind us because that means that we're not right behind them. And it's going to be very difficult. We're as far away from the place I want to be as we can be. Don't care where they are with respect to us for our purposes, but for them not hearing us, it's very different. Okay, well, they're going to hear this. I mean, they're going to go active. We don't have a whole lot of choice here. Yeah, we do. We could play... let me just at least mention something that I'm not, ignorant to. We could play this very safe. Just keep moving around and wait to get in a better position. That's a smart thing to do. I'm a little bit more impatient than that, and I feel like our plan is going to work fine without doing that. So, what we're going to do is launch the Akula, and then we're going to launch at the Victor, and we're going to expect that we'll probably have to cut the wires and run. But we'll just do that. That's fine. It may buy us a little bit of time that we're above the layer. May. Just go up a little bit more. Okay. That's good.
Make depth 100 feet, dive I. Con, dive at 100 feet, dive I.
So Akula is going 14
Shoot 2-1.
knots.
Aye, sir.
Con sonar, launch transient from
that was quick.
Sierra 1.
Shoot 2.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1. Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, how do we deal with this? So we're getting there pretty quick.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 092.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Okay, good.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Passing 300.
Okay, let's go.
Turns for Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing
Doesn't matter
400
anymore.
feet.
I'm okay with picking up one
Con
torpedo, I just don't
sonar,
want to pick up
no
both of
longer
them.
Cavitating.
Passing 500 feet.
Although, if we play this bold, maybe we can get lucky.
600 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 1.
Also,
Con
maybe we
sonar,
won't get
torpedo
lucky,
in the water,
like
torpedo in the water, bearing
that.
083.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 1,100 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,300 feet. Passing 1,400 feet.
They both came. That's not ideal.
Passing 1,500 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
They both
Passing
came again.
1,600 feet.
No, we're down to just one,
Passing
that's fine.
1,700 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 120.
Well, it's busy.
Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Con, knuckle formed.
Just kind of gliding away.
Con sonar regained contact on. Con maneuvering, making.
We're going the right way. I want to be going this way, so we're going to try to hold this for as long as
Con
possible.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last
I feel like the other one has
Sierra
gotten. Oh my
3,
gosh.
3. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 034.
It's not a moss, is it?
Con, knuckle formed.
Here we go.
Passing 1,600 feet. Passing 1,500 feet. Passing 1,400 feet. Passing 1,300 feet.
Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 0.
Oh my
7,
gosh.
7.
Amazing.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Con sonar.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet.
Okay, let's head this way, which is, I think, the right way. As long as it's not a moss.
Con, knuckle formed.
I mean, as long as it's not a ad cap, which is not.
Con, knuckle formed.
We'll take this. We'll take this guy. That's fine. We left two behind. Below us. You go up a little bit further, actually. It's Probably good.
Passing 500 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Next knuckle, we dive under them.
Con, knuckle formed.
Go left, go left, go left.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Now, who do we get? The Victor, but not the Akula? Amazing. Congrats, Akula.
Con, sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 3, 2, 6.
How did she survive it, though? There's so many fit. Wait. What? Oh, man. This is also not great, I would say. Okay, well, we need to go back towards them. So we need to go to the left. Now these are air launched, so they aren't going to have the range or the speed of the other ones. You can see the difference.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Don't be there when they come. Don't be there when they come.
Passing 1100 feet.
Okay, one is down. The slower one is with us still.
1200 feet. Passing 1300 feet. Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Passing 1500 feet.
Make turns for
Alright, dodge that, USOB.
2, 0. Make turns for 3, 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
1600
Come on! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 0, 2.
Come on!
Con
Yes!
0.
No!
Last bearing 0, 1, 8. Contact breaking up.
Okay, we hung around our thing long enough that we actually were able to use the noisemaker twice, which is amazing. Gives us a little bit more time to get up to speed.
Con, knuckle
Just need
formed.
that knuckle. Okay. Don't want to go back that way too much. Wow, this is so cool. That was so cool. That little snapshot, and we're free. Oh my gosh, what a great mission. This was a fun mission.
Come right to
This is the Cowboy Tortuga Commander, though. I mean, definitely this is all very cavalier. And probably to a degree unnecessary. I don't want to, like... yeah, I mean, I guess people watch this for various reasons. If you're watching it for, like, perfect stealth, like, the best way of playing, I don't think this is it. This is effective, though.
Come left
As
to
I don't think anybody
1,
can argue with the
I,
results.
Helm I. Come right to 1, 2.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Con, helm, steady course.
Let's come back up to something a little bit more reasonable. Since although we haven't
Depth 7.
We barely pushed our test depth. We're really floor limited more than anything. Seawolf versus Akula. That was a fun battle. And I think that our adversaries held their own respectably. In the end, it was... I think that was just really cool. Oh, they took 2 hits. No way. There's no way. There's no way even an Akula could take more than 1. I think ad caps are like ridiculously... they have like so much explosive power. I could be crazy. I'll go look it up after this episode, but I remember... my brain's telling me that at some point I have looked this up, or somebody has told me that Mark 48's nothing is surviving that. Not even ships. I mean, maybe I think that maybe like the Kiev might survive 1 hit, but like, or if it's an American carrier it'll be out of commission. But I just can't conceive of any submarine surviving that. But this game is, I guess it's fair because this game also allows our own Seawolf to sustain hits and keep on going. So from that perspective, what I would say I'm happiest about this because it means I didn't miss. I thought I actually missed. And I have no idea what was going on. If anybody was able to track, maybe this minimap, it's a little funky, right? This minimap, it probably didn't even have it may not have even been showing anything meaningful. But I guess that Akula probably did take a hit. I mean, the proof is really here. Those are not aligned in the same spot. Definitely 2 hits. Whereas we are going to get away scot-free, but only just barely. Actually, I have to say the Mark 48 pursuing us in episode 8 or whatever was actually much more dangerous. And we took one of those hits down to 20, not on Mark 48, which I think would just kill us, but an enemy torpedo, which took us down to 21% hull. That's the closest we've come to dying. Nonetheless, let's leave this combat. We sank the 2, and I'm sure at this point they're going to say we can go back and refit, which would be great. Excellent job, Commander. Your neutralization of this high-priority target will severely reduce the enemy's ability to hinder trans-Pacific convoys. SynPac sends regards to you and your crew. New orders to be transmitted on the downlink, which we know what they'll be, unless they're crazy. And we have received the Navy Cross. Very, very highly... This is... I don't know what goes above this, even. Anyways, the Secretary of the Navy expresses his heartfelt congratulations and takes pleasure in awarding the Navy Cross for extraordinary heroism and leadership in action against the enemy as commanding officer of USS Seawolf in the vicinity of the South China Sea on 13th October 2000. Commander Tortuga's outstanding seamanship and skillful tactics inflicted great damage on the enemy forces, and his conduct upheld the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. You'll notice that there's a definite theme to these awards, right? Tradition of the United States Naval Service. Whew. Convoys protected. Anonymous sources within the Pentagon indicated that several Russian submarines apparently sent as aid to China had been sunk in transit. The Kremlin has so far denied these rumors, while as the usual, Pentagon has refused to comment on current submarine operations. Without the threat of attack from submarines, trans-Pacific crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering less losses. If this improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, U.S. forces will be in a position to secure the South China Sea region. Great, we return immediately, and I guess in the meantime we'll load some... Oh, we do have 1 left. That's awesome. Well, I don't want to load anything else. Leave them all blank, but there we go. Continue on our course. We'll pause here. Oh boy, that's not great, but we'll... I mean, let me quickly go, because otherwise when I restore the game, it does start unpause, which is a frustration of mine for all of these games. Anyway, we can save here and quit in peace. Until the next one, thanks for watching, and take care.